I'm recording now. We're here. All right. Intro, and then we go. Welcome. Sorry. I realize it's like, oh fuck, professionalism. Hi. Welcome to the Emo Social Club podcast, broadcasting to you live from emosocialclub.tv. I am Brian.
And I'm Lizzie, and we're here this evening on a Tuesday night with our friends in Milwaukee, Gold Step. Thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having us. Glad to be here.
Yeah. We've already been talking for like 30 minutes. So, yeah, but let's let you guys introduce yourselves so we know all of your voices for the lovely listeners who are not watching us on Twitch right now.
Somebody else go first.
So I'm Zach. I play guitar. And actually something that are we doing those first?
Yeah.
Let's
compliments.
It's like an icebreaker.
Yeah. Icebreaker question.
A compliment about myself.
The hardest thing to do in the world is to compliment yourself. So champion. We're champions right now.
I shouldn't have gone first.
It's not appropriate.
That is my compliment, though.
Apparently, I told everybody about it, though. On
Yeah.
There. That goes first. Good compliment.
Yeah.
Get it? It's very perverted. Anyways. Michael?
Oh, yeah. I'm Mike. I play drums for Gold Steps, shredding the gnar.
I'm sorry. What was his compliment?
Yeah,
that was
He
it.
goes first.
I go
That he goes
first.
That
first.
was your compliments that you go first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He always goes first.
I always come first.
Yeah, he bites the
It's
bullet
actually
for
not true at
everybody.
all.
Yeah, he brings you guys for everyone
That's a
else.
lie.
Yeah.
100%. I can attest.
Is he a good liar? Is his trait?
No, he's not a good liar.
No, I can read
actually.
that right away.
He's a very sweet person.
Sorry, what about Mike?
Yeah, my
Hi,
compliment.
Mike.
Hold on, guys. My compliment.
About yourself.
I gotta say, if I gotta compliment myself on anything, it's work ethic, right? I grind. I'm always working to
That's
be
true.
better.
This
stuff like
motherfucker
that.
only
He's
works.
probably working right
Dude
now.
is like, he's like actually,
Yeah,
he's
check my
actually answering
email.
phones. He's gonna.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Hold on, my third phone is ringing.
My third phone.
Yeah, right. Hold on. My pager.
Yeah.
My pager. Oh my god.
You either have to get back to the hospital or you have to finish doing the drug deal outside.
Right?
He's a
No in
truck
between.
driver.
One of the two.
A truck doctor?
Yeah,
It's
I
true story.
fix trucks, heavy duty trucks.
Oh, well, okay.
I'm a mechanic. I'm a gear.
Yeah.
Ryan,
No, I like
what
truck
about you?
doctor.
I want to see. Hey, that's a good Instagram handle.
Yeah.
I should use.
Yeah,
I
truck
think you
doctor.
You need to
do
change
that.
your Instagram.
All right, now I want to hear Rebos talk about himself.
I'm Ryan. I'm a Leo. Play bass, and I'm eternally single because everyone else before me.
Aww.
Dude, that was
Great job.
As hell.
I'm
We'll get-
dead inside
I
now.
have some
Yeah.
We're gonna clip that and send it to you, and then you could put that up as your like. Can you upload videos to Tinder? I don't know. I don't use any of that stuff, but like, can you do
been a
that
while.
and then
I
just
don't know
put it
either.
on there?
I'll put it on my tombstone.
Yo, that was serious, man. That was well thought
I'm
out.
dead because I put everyone else
Yeah, you
first.
had the most time
Yeah.
out of everyone.
Jeez.
Oh, that Liz.
Yeah, Liz, what do you got?
I'm Liz. I have a glorious mouth cavern. That's what I do in the band and also my compliment to myself.
That's a callback before we began recording.
I do all of the things with my mouth. I talk, I sing, I chew chips super loudly, so loudly that people turn around in restaurants, and I have to excuse myself because I've offended everybody in the room.
No, chats are blowing up now.
Yeah.
It's all blown
Oh
up.
my.
Yes.
You know what?
Don't
I
you dare.
You dare.
Love it. Well, yeah. So that gives almost no introduction about your band at all.
Is that a booty shot right now on
That's
the
mine.
Twitch?
See,
Oh,
he wouldn't compliment
That's
himself,
my
so I'm just
sweet
saying.
cheeks. I have the sweetest cheeks in the whole band.
When I record, that's behind my microphone for my inspiration.
you know what's wild?
No,
Twitch probably
actually, yeah,
won't
it
take
is.
us down for an ass pick, but they'll take you down for like almost anything else, or saying the V word or the S word.
Don't
Well,
say
that's
it.
just a crease of a knee or an elbow.
It's
or
just,
whatever
literally just an elbow.
That trippy
Interesting.
video
If anybody's
on the
looking.
internet.
If anybody,
Yeah, it's fine.
It's not. It's
Album art for the next single, yes.
There was a band around Chicago who actually for their LP cover, did that, and people thought it was the lead singer's chest, but it was actually the guitarist's ass cheeks, and they just put a bra over it, and then like airbrushed one of the tattoos she's had that was like on her chest, and it was like, oh my god, it's her boobs, and they're like, LOL JK, it's my ass.
LOL JK.
Those are my favorite type of videos. It's just like, but what does it matter? Did it get you off? Good. I'm glad. You're having a great time.
I did this for you. You know?
I did this for the people, for the community.
Our audience.
Internet.
Oh,
how do you guys feel about ass?
We are awful.
We're the worst, actually. I'm so sorry that you guys invited us here.
No, we're happy to have you. We much prefer it like when you can showcase your personality. I don't know if Glorious Mouth Cavern is going to make the title of this episode, but that's Lizzie's call. Lizzie can call the episode whatever she wants.
Then Brian just has to type it in and be like, God damn it.
I think that's a great hashtag, to be honest. I really feel like Glorious Mouth Cavern could take off. I'm reconsidering now naming our LP.
I feel like if you search this on Google, you're going to get a lot of...
Yeah, you're going to get a lot. Yeah. I mean, you'll span different niches, so there's that.
Yeah, not everyone likes a cavern. You know, some people prefer a small cove.
Yeah, it's a little cove, little
what?
A little inlet, if you will, a sea inlet.
Some people prefer an isthmus.
An isthmus.
One side comes out the other.
Yeah.
Back middle school geography.
Just remember, you can't be the PBR former social media manager. Just tweet about eating ass, though, because you will get fired.
That was so messy.
Are you the PBR social?
I am not, but he tweeted that he was fired for saying that PBR likes eating ass, which
I don't know. That was on Reddit,
I don't know what the scene does with that with PBR now.
I mean, if you drink a PBR, haven't you kind of eaten ass?
Like,
is Glorious Mouth Cavern a vor thing?
What thing?
I don't know what that is.
What is that?
We're not. We.
Like,
I hate that I was like about to answer.
Brian!
No, I'm not going to answer that on the recording. We'll answer that on the Twitch stream, and you'll have to come.
I'm pretty good at vocabulary. I don't know this word.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything we do need to know.
I mean, for all the kids listening, ask your parents.
Oh yeah, are we? Is there like a censor?
No.
Like, hey.
No, not for that. Like on the internet. Have you been on the internet?
Have you been on any Twitch stream on the internet
right now?
Oh yeah,
this is my first time on the internet.
So we can say pee pee and poo poo.
That's about as hard as you can go. Like a hard pee pee is as hard as you can go. That's not what I meant.
Hey, that's another compliment you didn't give yourself.
Yeah. Hey, you're not talking about these glorious bowls. Anyways.
Oh my god.
So
are we going to talk about music?
I don't know. I'm not really 100%.
We're in a band.
I think.
I don't know if you knew that, but we're in a band.
So you have an LP or an EP that came out, a Gold Steps LP EP.
No. So we haven't released it. Well, we have 2 EPs that came out a while back, and then we just released this awesome single that is the first single off of our new LP, which is our first LP because it has 8 songs. So our producer was like, "Hey, actually, that can be an LP," and we were like, "Okay, that's cool. I think we can submit it for Grammy consideration."
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
I think we should.
I mean, you could bring back the AP MAs. Is that what it was? The AP Music Awards,
yeah.
and just just submit it. Bring it back just so you can submit it.
Liz has her like APMA dress, like she had it ready to go.
And instead, I worked at his wedding.
Oh.
It's not
at least
really
that
weddings before, but
yeah, exactly.
It's like black and white
in that room.
Oh, there you go.
Oh wow, that makes it sound like that room is disgusting. It totally is, but it's not rotting. But yeah, so we're a band. We're called Gold Steps, and we released this song called "Stay the Same" last Thursday, the 13th, because Stand Atlantic and Avril Lavigne were releasing songs on the 14th. So we were like, oh, we're just gonna release it a day early because we're selfish.
Yeah, beat the.
I mean, it was for you guys, but we're also selfish.
Yeah.
But you want to beat the crowd.
I just think
I'm selfish. I wanted the day for me.
Strategic planning.
Strategy.
Yeah, that's strategic.
Strategy.
I wish I could chalk it up to strategy, but I was more like, God dang it!
We were paving the way for Apple.
Yeah. Somebody had to pave that road for them.
Yes. She's a guilty pleasure of mine.
As you know, Zach likes to go first, so we.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, we need to release this first.
That was Zach's idea, I think.
No, it was mine.
Was it?
But thank you for attributing it to a man, Michael.
Oh my God.
God, just fucking God. I'm just kidding.
Here we go.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, fun.
Look, we'll go there.
We have fun here. We like to have fun here. But yeah, so we released the song "Stay the Same" with our good friend Nick Thompson, who also like collaborates. Like we collaborate with him. We are like, hey, Nick, come here and please help us write songs and be better than we are. So we wrote this song with Nick actually back in 2019, and then we kind of disappeared for a minute, like a hot minute, like 15 months. Whoops. And then we were like, hey, we actually want to keep doing this thing, and we think "Stay the Same" would be like the banger of all bangers to just like put out and like announce that, hey, we actually didn't die. We're still here and we're actually writing music still. And Nick is like a fucking sweetheart and also like super duper talented. I don't know if you've ever heard of this band called like Hit the Lights or like his solo stuff, Thief Club, but he's super freaking fantastic as like a writer and a musician and a vocalist. And so I can't remember if it was his idea or ours to be like, yeah, you should like totally sing on this song too. And he was like, that would be awesome. So he did, and now it is what it is. And we also flew him up here to Milwaukee from Myrtle Beach, where he is like a kayak tour guide instructor who does like sunset kayak tours for, I assume, wealthy, middle-aged, thirsty women.
Okay,
and men.
good for him.
I mean, have you seen
Dude,
him?
he's like,
Have you seen him?
downright sexy.
I don't think so. I never listened to Hit the Lights. That was kind of before my time.
What?
Lizzie, you're going to need a body bag. Got him.
Sacrilege.
Got him.
I think Lizzie needs to come up here for a weekend and spend it screaming in my car to
Just
get
Lizzie.
school and start. You can come too. I feel
You
like
can come too
woman,
as a
I can
treat.
speak to her.
Mm-hmm.
As
the same way.
two Lizzes.
As two Lizzes.
Fine. We will have a melding of the minds and a musical
Wow,
experience.
you're making this very awkward.
I can just babble for like an hour.
We could like,
So fucking awkward.
Anyways, okay, so Nick is amazing. He did guest vocals on the song that we wrote together, and he came up here for the music video, and we basically just like watched stupid movies, wrote a couple songs. Oh, that was back in March, sorry. In October, he just came up and we ate a bunch of food, and then we went and partied at the skate park and put it on video. And then you saw it. That's what we did.
Mm-hmm.
so there was one flaw in this story.
Please point out all my flaws. That's what you're here for, my darling. My muse.
So Nick, actually, when we wrote "Stay the Same" in Kentucky, Nick was like, "Hey, I really want to do this as a Thief Club."
And I was like,
split.
no.
And Liz said that we asked him.
I couldn't remember. That's why I said there are many things in my life
It was a
that I
magical
attributed
moment. It was a very magical moment for me, so I remember.
I do remember writing that song. Our producer at the time that we were writing in his basement, Rick King, had this awesome studio, and Nick and I were like sitting on this couch and like writing this song and just like coming up with stuff, and like I don't know, it was just like magical. But I was just like bitching about some people in my life, and just like this, and he was like, "Hey, that's like sounds like a song. Like let's write it." And like we were just like, man, what is like, if I was just going to tear this person apart and be like, oh my God, what the fuck? I'm so fucking sick of your shit.
Keyboard cat.
How would I write that? How would I write that into a song and make it cool? And Nick helped me take my venting and be like, hey, bitch.
Oh,
Hey, comma, bitch.
And then we watched like 8 Nicolas Cage movies and
Oh my God.
ate a lot of Papa John's.
Fuck yeah.
Now where's the ranking for the top 3 Nicolas Cage movies for you guys?
I have to put Face Off at number 1 because
Got
I've
it.
never seen that movie, and we all watched it, and I can't remember if we were. I don't remember what state of mind we were in, but I do remember being like, I'm sorry, this movie has a ridiculous budget. You can tell by the special effects of the late 90s or so, whenever it was filmed.
Mhm.
But how did this get past the writer's room where they were like, John Travolta's face and Nicolas Cage's face, and we'll just swap them, and one of them's a preacher? I'm not really sure how that fits in, but it works.
Mhm.
And I don't know if it works.
It totally works.
I didn't.
Yeah.
It totally
I can't say that it's like on my top, like, best movies I've ever watched, but it's definitely on my list of movies that I would get fucking wasted and show somebody, and I'd be like, oh my God, it's fucking hilarious. And they're like, I hate you, actually.
What
Why are we not-
is the next
Connor.
movie, though?
Con Air is up there.
Con Air's great.
I don't know.
It's up there.
What would your number 2 be then?
My number 2 Nicolas Cage movie. Actually, my number 1 is Valley Girl.
Okay.
Wait, you changed
The original Valley Girl.
Yeah, fair.
Because I would actually fuck Nicolas Cage in that movie.
Jesus Christ.
Only in the movie.
Came out strong here, girl.
That's the only
It's not
sexy
like you can
Nicolas Cage
go
movie.
back to the.
It's the only
past, you know.
Can you name a movie where you would actually do Nicolas Cage? If it's not Valley Girl, I hate you. I don't know. I'm gonna die on a hill. Actually, nobody can say anything exactly because that's
for the listener at home. There is a strong look going around the room.
Yeah, there's a strong we're gonna have a conversation afterwards about.
I'm guessing. Okay, so have any of you seen Valley Girl, the original?
Yeah, I can't talk. I've never seen it. I've seen Face Off, and I agree that's number 1.
I agree.
Yeah, no, I've seen like National Treasure. And that's really it.
We have to find the Declaration
National
of
Treasure as
Independence.
well. That's probably my number 3.
Wow, that's a really good Nicolas Cage voice.
Thank
you should you go to the bar and use that?
No.
You could.
I try not to do many impressions when I'm in front of people, because
He does
I think that
wildly great Kermit impression.
Yeah, I do an unfortunately good Kermit.
We love Kermit.
You mean it's Patrick Mahomes?
It is Patrick Mahomes. He is kind of he's mildly Kermit.
He sounds like Kermit every time that State Farm commercial comes on where he's with the shoes. He's like, oh, how's it going? And then you're like, what the fuck does Kermit do?
Why is that?
And he's wearing green. And then he gets green shoes.
Then he gets green.
Dugan said in chat, Kermit Black Parade. So I'll.
Ooh, yes.
I hate this for me. When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band.
Oh, shit.
I like that. That's
good.
All right.
That was good.
I think you should actually play. I think you should actually play at We Were Young Fest, and that's how they open NCR set.
Hi guys, I fooled you. It's just me doing Kermit impressions of your favorite bands.
It's actually that's the pre-party. Actually, it's the pre-game at like 9 a.m. at brunch. Is Brian performing all your favorite emo hits as Kermit the Frog?
Wait, is that a leak? Is there like a brunch pre-party?
No, but
I wish.
there could be a Brian.
We're about to
make one.
Party.
I would totally.
Newfound Glory did the brunch shows where they played like super early, which was like mind blowing.
As a not parent, I don't like that. I don't want to get up at 8 a.m. and go to a punk show. I just want to like be lazy and like fart in my bed.
Like
the simple things.
Come, though. They're welcome, please.
Newfound Glory can come when we're farting in bed. I love the idea of an emo brunch. But like having the rest of the day ahead, I'm like, no, like I'm done by 1 p.m. I'm going home.
That's every brunch.
Yeah.
That's
but like, why would you then have like the idea of doing Warped Tour from the moment it opens until night? Like we've done Riot Fest 3 times, but it's like, oh, so I'm going to go for an entire day festival where I'm standing drinking in the sun. This is the worst. I'll do it once again.
You just showed your age.
I know. Oh, I'm 104 years old. I remember original Kermit.
Great.
My impressions of old Kermit, just so you know, it's of the original, like the old Muppet Show Kermit. You know, when he was yelling at the 2 guys in the balcony.
When we go to the Emo Social Disney World trip, we're going to take you specifically to the Muppet Show, and you're going to actually replace Kermit the Frog.
No, he's going to be the old guy up in the balcony screaming at everybody and throwing things. I wish they would throw things. I feel like that'd be more accurate.
I know. I feel like it would add a little bit more depth to it.
Old men, well known for throwing things. Back in my day.
That's about
my impression of it.
We could. Do we want to talk about this as a moment here of the announcement of when we were young fest, whatever this is?
Oh, can I ask a question?
Please.
Is it named after that Killers song? And then why are the Killers not playing? Like, why are they not playing though? They're from Las Vegas.
Oh, look at all the bands though. They're all from.
But the Killers are from Vegas, and it's called When We Were Young Fest.
But that's when you were young, and he doesn't look a thing like Jesus, and so therefore they're like, no, we can't play it.
You tell I can't. I don't listen to.
Oh, I fucking love the Killers. Sorry.
I like that one song.
Mr. Brightside, the song that every white person has to know all the words to.
White people culture?
That's literal white people culture.
The Spaceman song.
Oh yeah, Spaceman.
Oh no, I love Spaceman. I remember seeing that on Fuse when I was in high school, and I said, "What's this?"
God damn it!
I miss Fuse.
I miss Much Music.
I was just gonna say that.
Much Music is back. It's
Much
back.
Music.
They're back on TikTok. They're
Much
restarting
Music
it.
always existed in Canada. Haven't they been doing the Much Music Awards forever? Like they didn't stop, did they?
I don't think like their network programming has been up
I think
to date or par.
they
It would
should
be like
bring
if MTV said, "I'm bringing back like the MTV something, like anything MTV," and then they finally get the god awful show that is ridiculousness off the air.
Oh my God, why? Who actually likes that show besides my dad?
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
Brian.
That show sucks.
I mean,
Like
it was fine, but I'm not like I haven't watched it.
it's only fine because
cool.
it's always on the background in some old person's house.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
Or the gym.
Is it on?
It's like,
My
why does
gym's
this
seen it.
on the gym?
Yeah.
My gym doesn't play ridiculousness. I would leave.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Yes.
Yes.
But anyway, it would be like if
So-
MTV brought back like TRL. We'd be like, "Oh, what happened here?" It's like a resurgence of it. But MTV is not. Viacom is not going to get off their ass.
I will say TRL pissed me off because they'd always cut the song off when there was like 15 seconds left. And it's like, there could be a continued climax at the end that I need to see. But no, you're going to cut it off 15 seconds so you can like go back to the crowd and it's everyone going, we
Well,
saw that.
I have a hot take.
Hot take.
Ooh.
So when we went
love
to
spicy
Roadhouse the other day, the Chive TV was on, right?
Yep.
That's
That sounds
basically
about right.
ridiculousness without the laughing dolphin in the back.
Okay, that
What's her name?
is Chanel West
Now
Coast.
West Coast.
Yes.
Honestly,
Ryan, how do you feel? She's your girl.
She's not my girl. By no means is she my girl.
Oh.
Uh,
I think you should get
No,
her.
not at all. I don't know where
I'm
Lizzie's
so
coming from
sorry.
with this.
No, because I remember I said I don't like Chanel, and you were like, "No, she's great," and I'm like, "Are you okay?"
I was like, she's fine. She's good.
Well,
She's
I thought you
just
were tickling me. I was
like-
get the fuck out of here.
there's no reason to be mean to Chanel
you're
West
right,
Coast.
you're
It's not. It's,
She
it's just
just
like
has
a
an
prime
annoying laugh.
observation.
That's it.
Oh, we all have annoying laughs.
I don't
Nobody
mean
likes their
anything else
laugh.
by the dolphin.
I
It was
just
the
I just think Tosh Point oh did it first, did it better.
Yeah.
And I
Correct.
just don't understand how ridiculous this warrants 9 hours straight on MTV, like every day.
Well, there's no music anymore. So you can't do that.
You have to watch like
I know, and I
MTV
guess-
2 or like their satellite.
And at least it's not like reruns of Teen Mom 2 like Hulu keeps suggesting that I watch. Like I don't want that. Like I
I'm not
gotta
a
watch-
Okay,
teen,
I was
I'm
just
not
I was just
mom.
watching the Teen Mom reunion before I came on over here.
God damn it.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. How many collective kids do they have? I assume they raised them all like on a little farm somewhere.
On a little farm. Well, it's like three of the moms just try to like fight each other. And I was like, what's going on? And
Did
then
it
like,
look like
the
this?
OG generation was there trying to stop. They're like, we need to teach the younger generation how to be decent. I'm like, what?
Wait, they want to teach them how to be
The
decent?
cats.
Yeah, like be like good people. But then they started like fighting each
Oh.
other.
Oh,
Then some
Like-
girls started twerking
Is that-
while yelling and arguing.
okay.
And
Wait, I
everyone's
want
like,
to see that.
what?
How do you twerk and
That I
yell
wanna see.
I
and-
don't know, but she
And also-
started the fight, and then she was like, "I'm not." She's like, "I'm the villain." I'm like,
She's
"But
like, I'm
why?"
the villain.
Yeah, she was literally like, "I'm the villain," and now don't you forget. I'm like, "Girl, what are you doing right now? What's
She's
going
trying to
on?"
stay relevant, much like we are.
That boy, I
Yeah.
agree with
I
you.
get the hustle.
TV classics.
Classic. Bring back VH1 pop-up video.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry, Ryan.
or Insomniac. You guys remember that? Staying up till 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
watching
Yeah.
music videos.
yes.
And Becker.
Like, I can't. Becker, Jesus Christ. I feel like obviously with the fact that everything is just on YouTube and you can just go watch a music video on YouTube, what's the point of having a television show? But this is my argument, and this is my argument for what Spotify does and what the entire point of YouTube is: curation. And you need a Carson Daly, but not Carson
Carson.
Daly.
Hey,
Yeah,
he's like big time now. He's on like NBC or something.
I mean, good for him? Question mark. I don't care.
They
But
Jennifer Love Hewitt. So.
yeah. Okay.
All
All right.
Going back to-
All right.
I mean,
he's
Ryan
fine.
Things of
Seacrest
yore.
has also started there, and look at where he's at.
Yeah.
He's over at iHeartMedia, living his best life.
I do not heart Ryan Seacrest, but I
don't think
think
most
that
people do.
the curation and having somebody to say this is this part of culture, right? Like when you had like Hawthorne Heights standing there, not an emotion on their faces at all, because that band is just flat. They're like standing there on, you know, TRL because their video and their song is one of the biggest in the world. Well, that's curation. You're saying like they deserve to be here. Everybody should listen to Hawthorne Heights. And me as a teenager is like, man, fuck this shit. They shouldn't be popular. They're my shit. They play at the VFWs and only people who, you know, have
they play in
black
the mall
shirts
parking lot at Zoomies Couch Tour.
You don't go to Warped Tour.
Work at Zoomies.
Yeah, right. That shit's for real though. Like as soon as the band started blowing up, it's like sellouts.
Yeah.
Like,
you're like, no, you can't like
shoes,
them.
Though,
yeah.
Oh,
right.
yeah. Now I'm like, dude, they're like good on you. Like you made some money when you had a chance.
My favorite is finding out that bands were like actually like way signed to like way bigger labels. And then like one day you just kind of like dive into Wikipedia and you're like, oh, so they were actually signed to like a big label. But the big label was like, no, we can't just like put them out the way they are. We have to like, am I in this like secret little baby label that we actually own or we have like a partnership with?
Yep.
And then they'll just like, oh, it's like grassroots. So they're totally DIY.
That's real shit, man.
Up, and then it's like, actually, they were signed the whole time when we put so much marketing money into it.
You have hundreds of thousands of dollars behind you on a label that like has 2 bands on it.
I think what was wild is that on TikTok, people started calling out industry plants because they realized that that's what people do. So that one song by Gail is called like ABC FU. I'm pretty sure if you heard it, you would know it. And somebody did a deep dive about it, and they were like, yeah, this is an industry plant, guys. Like she's signed to, I forgot, it might be Warner, but like she was signed to like one of their subsidiaries. And like that's her only song out. She has like no other like...
I'll take
entity. And I'm like, okay.
Like, no, I don't think a single person cares if they're an industry plant.
I mean, I was like, so I heard Olivia Rodrigo like way after Driver's License came out. I saw that like really lame commercial where it was an SNL skit or something because I'm old. I watch SNL. But they like were all like crying around a pool table singing Driver's License when I came on the jukebox, and I was like, okay, I've heard this song. This is the first time I'm hearing it. I should probably check it out. And I was like, okay, this is pretty tight. And then I realized she was like a Disney star. And I was like, wait, okay. So like, is she supposed to appeal to people who are like in their preteens, or is she supposed to appeal to me? And I'm crying and I don't really know why. And I don't really care because I really love it. But also like, who is this for? Like what? and like, I guess the marketing worked because I was like, I can turn that shit off. I fucking cried on my way home from a job interview to her album. And then the whole like fiasco about like, I guess she had to give Paramore and Taylor Swift or somebody like some writing credits because she admitted to being inspired by them. And then it was like, yeah, inspired her, totally off or whatever. Like the whole thing about industry plants is like, yeah, honestly, if somebody's getting in your face and you've never heard of them, chances are there's some marketing dollars or something behind it, right? Like if we came across somebody's like feed this week, it could be because we hired a publicist to hopefully get our shit out there. Like, I mean, we're the one paying for our publicist because we're not signed or anything, but those who have that backing, why wouldn't they utilize it that way? Why wouldn't they? People are into authenticity, right? They're into ingenuity. Like that's like one of the best things you can capitalize on now because everybody's out here screaming industry plant, you know? So if you can kind of like squeak by under the guise, or not even the guise, just like the thought that, hey, this is a real person with real thoughts and feelings, and they put them into their music and I identified with it. Does it really matter where it came from? Did you connect with it? Did you 100%. Like it? Did you feel something? And I think that's all that matters.
Don't drop the mic, but don't drop the mic has been dropped.
Taylor Swift is like my favorite artist of all time. She is like,
we're going to be here forever.
Get into it. Yes. I need to get that shirt.
Brian,
excuse me while I'm on Amazon for 20 minutes.
But like literally, like everyone shouts out how, her dad put a bunch of money into a record label and bought the label so he could put her out. Like, fucking okay, you know what? Is she not talented? Is she not great at storytelling or writing songs? Like, let her be. Enjoy it. Or don't enjoy it and let everybody else enjoy it.
Like, wouldn't you want, if your parents had that type of income available and they said, oh, I want to help you make your dream come true, let me buy the label. I feel like you'd be like, yeah, that's pretty sick.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Everyone hates nepotism when it's happening to somebody else, but they would love nepotism for themselves. So, like, fuck your double standards, man.
I fully intend on completely nepotizing my life to my dog.
Yeah.
There you go.
She's going to be a star someday.
Prada Puffer, bring it out.
That's right. Come full circle.
I think it's really interesting when, you talk about like a label putting money behind somebody, but you don't talk about like the artist going into a studio, working with a producer. And sometimes those producers are like Taylor Swift, as an example, worked with Butch Walker, who wrote a lot. She worked with Bleachers, who wrote a lot. I don't remember his real name, so that's why I'm just going to call him Jack Antonoff. I'm just going to call him Bleachersman. So it's like you've got other people that are working with this artist. So that authenticity of like the artist wrote everything, that's never been true. They're always working with other people, and there's always a group effort going into the final product of when it gets released to the listener. So like, why are we worried about whether it's like the money that got it to your ears or the people who helped write it? It's like, this is all just very like, unless you're going down the street to watch a band that worked in a basement, wrote some songs, shows up, which, side note for everybody out there, those bands usually suck. I was in many of them. They usually suck. Like, you're better off when you have a lot of experts in a room that are helping to create and cultivate the artist. And that also includes people on the press end, on the marketing end, on the label end, on just the investing end. Sad to say, but capitalism, we do.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, like, so everything that our band has put out since 2019, Nick Thompson worked with us on. Like, that dude is like a melody genius. I'm big on my lyrics and stuff like that, but the big thing that helped us grow as a band, instead of working in a vacuum and being like, we think this sounds good, was to bring someone in and say like, hey, yeah, you know what? This has some really great bones. But have you thought about like singing it like this? Or did you think that maybe if we tried this sort of like counter melody, like guitar riff, like, don't you think that could help like bring it up to the next level? Like, you are only as good in your own little like sphere as you are, right? So the great thing about music being a community is bringing in people with different ears and different ideas and having them listen to your songs. Like, I think my favorite thing is to like send our demos out to people and like, hopefully they aren't like, wow, this is some hot fucking garbage, y'all. Like, you should throw it away. But like, it's being like, hey, wow, I liked this part right here. Like, that spoke to my butt or whatever. Like, I really dug that. So like, let's expand on that. Like, and Nick has really helped us like move to that next level of being like, wow, okay, guys, you've got some really great pieces here. Why don't we try rearranging it? Like, that's what a producer's job is. That's what they're there for. And I think that because we brought in and like kind of got rid of our ego of like, no, we know what the fuck we're doing. We're a fucking band. Like, bringing somebody in who has been down that road and has been like, hey, literally every successful person has had somebody come in that room and be like, but what about if you tried? And that's part of the great thing about music is everybody has different opinions and you don't have to take all of them to heart, but having somebody who really cares about what we put out, say something and like help us be better has really helped us grow as musicians, I don't think there's anything wrong with admitting like we're not even a signed band, like we're not anybody like great or important, but we've had help in the writing area because it's helped us become better musicians, better writers. Now when I go to write a song on my own, I think about like, okay, so I wrote this little piece. How could I now make it better? It's the hardest thing to critique yourself, but you got to learn how to do it.
Yeah, instead of just keeping your original melodies or the original way it was written, and just branching out.
You got to throw your ego out the window.
Mm. And I don't think it takes anything away from your authenticity. Like, no,
I'm a real person.
Yeah. Like, there's not a single person who hasn't worked with like a teacher or a mentor or a manager or something like that in their life and hasn't learned something and needed another source of that information. Lizzie as a teacher, I'm sure like I made a bunch of inauthentic radio hosts in my class.
God, no. My kids text me at like 10:30 at night. Hey, can I get in the station? Why are you texting me right now? Just go and see. I don't know.
It's Tuesday night. I'm drunk. God damn.
What are you guys drinking?
Water.
Oh,
we're a hydrated podcast.
High-key hydrated.
Excellent. Good for you.
High-key hydrated.
We got that Red Bull out there. There you go.
Man, got a night ahead of you. Got to be a truck doctor late into the morning. Yeah, that shirt is fantastic. For the listener at home, it's a tie-dye Taco Bell shirt, and I'm a big fan. Just a big fan of Taco Bell in general.
Now, where'd you get it at?
My sister got it for me for Christmas.
Hell yeah!
Shout out to Emma.
Yeah,
great gift, right? I was like, dude, where'd you find that?
Emma, I asked this. Do you have enough for the whole club? But I understand that you don't. You didn't even know we existed as human beings until hopefully you're listening to this podcast.
Right.
Here we go, you guys. I'm going to steer us back on track because you can actually buy this stuff in Vegas at the Taco Bell canteen out there.
That is correct.
Which is where
we should talk about Las Vegas, and more specifically,
when we were young, the insane festival lineup that just dropped out of the sky. So much so, I thought it was a copy pasta.
It looked like it, right?
It really looked like it. It really
Somebody's
looks
gonna
like
pull it tomorrow. They were like, "Just kidding, fuck y'all."
Sorry, a disgruntled employee logged in about it. Isn't that silly?
Why?
No, it's not silly.
About it.
all the bands shared.
Yeah,
so they were in on the money.
They have the whole like website set up for you to like do everything to it. I'm like, oh, how is this gonna work? Like, how is this?
I don't care. I got my pre-sale code coming to me on Friday per this text message.
And how did everyone keep it a secret? Like, I don't know. I guess they're all.
I feel
right.
Yeah, because like we were talking to Casey last week from the Wonder Years, and they're playing it, and I'm like, well, he kind of hinted at like there was something coming up, but it could have been literally anything.
Yeah, the way he said it
happening in March.
Yeah, but like we thought originally it was going to be something like more like physical, like a merch item. We're like, LOL, that's funny.
Well. Somebody in chat said that Casey actually mentors bands as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That is his studio in Atlanta.
Yeah, now
we just talked to him. I don't remember anything. Moved. Every podcast is a new experience. I completely forget the last
new
podcast.
Memories every podcast, and then the rest fade away.
I regenerate. I regenerate almost entirely. I cocoon myself between podcasts, and then I like come out a brand new, beautiful butterfly. I just
chrysalis life.
There's so many fucking questions about this thing, and I don't understand it. And I think that everybody was on the same page of like, oh, our brains have all collectively broken today. Like everybody's brain just it's like you finally saw a ghost and you're like, I don't know how to react to this. Like I always thought they were fake. I never thought this could happen.
Can't we just bring Warped Tour back? I mean, I'm really excited about this.
That's basically what it is.
Please just bring Warped Tour back, but like bring it back the way it existed.
Is this funded by Attila now, or?
Oh God!
Well, I mean, you all heard the rumors that like Franz was in talks with Kevin Lyman to maybe take it over. I mean, I get it. Like, do bands
would the
really want to be on the road
be
for
Attila every night? Is that the price we want to pay for that possibility?
Or maybe he like cooks.
No. I mean, you can always leave, right? Like, but I'm just saying, like, I think if we're all these festivals, right, who have like alternative lineups, like, aren't we all kind of just filling this void that Warped Tour left? So, like, why not just bring it back?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's because
a market for it.
The artists are also like us in their late 30s,
like,
mid 40s.
Fly to Vegas, play a 20-minute set one fucking day,
like,
and get paid like
call it a day,
many thousands.
Like,
right.
With all the artists getting up there in age, I'm sure they're like, dude, I don't want to do like a fucking like 60-day tour in the middle of summer for a bunch of children, and like. This tour is obviously targeted towards an older audience than like the last couple Warped Tours were. There's definitely more of like that millennial / people with gainful employment to buy a ticket to see this thing because they're, it's all everywhere now. So assuming that everybody's just excited for this resurgence, it's like, guys, we can make a buttload of money that we lost over the last year and a half.
It's literally called When We Were Young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be called We Have Health Insurance.
Yeah. It could be called,
Some of us.
it could be called the 401k Fest.
The 401k.
Oh God.
As in, I'm cashing in my 401k.
To go to this.
Oh, that's how I can pay for it. Anyway, so
You want to know what was truly tragic? I started looking at hotels that were out there and like what was the cheapest options. And you want to know what the cheapest option was? The Trump Hotel was the cheapest option that weekend. I said, I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Okay.
I will pay double to stay anywhere else.
I think I'll sleep in the ditch.
Yeah.
Who wants to go camping?
Or just take
Let's burrow in the
Great White
sand.
Buffalo.
The Great White Buffalo.
There are a lot of shitty hotels in Vegas, but apparently this place holds 86,000 people.
85,000.
The hotel or the venue?
The venue.
If a hotel holds that many people, I don't want to be in that hotel.
Yeah, I would feel very unsafe
Here's
in
your
that
upright
environment.
spot to stand and sleep, but just lean on each other, and hopefully you don't sweat so much that you slip off each other.
Yeah, it's called the Closet Hotel. Every room is a closet. No, it's the festival grounds has like 85,000 people. So I'm assuming that most everybody who wants to go will be able to go. That's how I feel about it because of the price and all these sorts of things. But I don't know.
There's
I have a lot of fears about it.
Who will say they will go, but then end up just won't going because they can't justify the price right now, or they won't get the first tier of ticket prices, so then it'll keep going up and then it'll probably just like have people fall off. Plus once it gets to it, like it's all the way in October. I love planning way in advance. I already put it off for work. That's how far in advance I like to think ahead on things. But I'm like, there's gonna be people who are gonna be like, yo, I can't do this. Like this would not be it. I had to think about when my friends were getting married. I said, oh no, that's not until next October, next year. We're fine.
And
then the day comes and you're like, yeah, actually I couldn't get off work. Sorry, man, that really sucks. But I sent you a teapot.
Shit. I also assume Alice had mentioned this earlier in the chat, but it's like kind of like a protection against COVID. Like, oh shit. Bunch of bands dropped, but luckily we don't have to replace them with anybody. Yeah. Oh shit.
Because we booked 1,000 bands, so if 400 of them show up, you're still good.
Yeah. It's like rather than having no one in the space.
I like that in its new world.
It may be the mentality. We really don't know at this point, but it seems like that would possibly track.
I mean, God, that would make sense. I mean, how else are you going to get 100 bands to play 3 stages? And I mean, what is the time span?
12 hours.
It basically breaks down to like 20
I don't think
minutes.
that's...
Has anybody done the math?
Somebody
in chat's done the math, right?
The math is done of that, like everybody gets like at max a 40-minute set, and that's assuming 0 changeovers. Like they just like
have you been to a
flip.
festival?
Yeah, I know,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
My assumption
There's no locals.
is that's going to change. Like, I think that the main thing right now is like, hey, let's build up some hype. Let's get some money coming in from the tickets, and then we can pay for other things. So I assume things will change. Oh, well, yeah.
Definitely. Anything that's emo, anything based at this point is a cash grab.
And your sensibilities are paying for it.
Well, of course. I mean, it's put on by Live Nation, so.
Yeah. I think the biggest issue was that at my work, I emailed some of my programming directors and I said, hey, do we know any information about this? Should I make any notes about it coming up for on-air play? And they're like, no, we have nothing. I said, oh, that's not great. That is a warning flag for me.
Yeah, so who kept this a secret? Like, I get it's put on by Live Nation, but all the labels had to have been in on it, right? Like
everyone would have had to keep it a secret.
That just seems weird. Nobody leaked it.
And nobody was like, hey guys, big things coming soon, which I really feel at least one of them would have.
Yeah. Like we got leaked hella mega before that went on. And it's like,
Didn't that get half canceled?
It did.
Yeah,
but I had my tickets for 2 years and it was worth it.
Yeah. It's, I don't know, man.
Tour was better.
Well,
it was that was very good.
I think it's very strange. And I have concerns, I have thoughts, I have feelings about it. I have conspiracies about all of this. I've had a lot of conspiracies around My Chemical Romance in general. That like, yeah, they don't really want to reunite. They just like have to do shit. So like, I also have like contract things and like behind the scenes and strings being pulled. But
what it's actually a live action debut the next season of Umbrella Academy.
Oh my God.
On Netflix.
We also said, because Machine Gun Kelly is not on the lineup, what if that's just the day that Machine Gun Kelly has his wedding, is at the opening of this?
If I paid $250 and I ended up at his wedding, I actually, no, I'm not going to say it out loud, but I would think I would drink a lot. And I would leave.
I'd be very upset.
I would leave then. I would drink a lot.
I'd be like, Megan Fox, girl, what you doing?
That would make me so angry. That would be so, what a weird, oh no, I don't like that idea. Now I'm actually really upset.
Do you think that like,
thank you.
Do you think he's pissed that he's not on the lineup?
Yeah.
I guarantee you that they're going to announce that he's like the ultimate mega headliner or something like.
Yeah, but he wasn't relevant when we were young.
He was,
but like Jaden and Little Huddy.
He was
yeah, they are.
young.
And Meet Me at the Altar were not there.
There's a lot
they've
of,
been
like,
a band for a few 5 or so years, but they weren't
Yeah.
there when like, we were young.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, we've been a band for like 5 years. We can play for free.
That's all you need.
There you go. Send it in. Be like, we'll be there
We'll
when
be
the
an
other bands get
alternate.
COVID. Let's go.
We're the understudy.
Tap us in.
Dang.
I also,
Good
and
strategy.
looking at the lineup, I was very conscious of this now because I've seen so many people in the music industry post like, take out all of the bands that don't have women in them and then see how many people are left. And I'm like, let me see how many this is. Cause there was a lot of just like straight white dudes. It's like, hell yeah, straight white dude fist. Welcome to Vegas, motherfucker. And I did see like on the side, there were a lot of bands, some that I assumed had women in them based on their font. So maybe that's on me.
Hold on. Let's come back to that.
Oh,
Back to that. That's an interesting.
It's mostly just one because it's neon pink. And I was like, I like that. I got to check them out. But there's like Kitty at the bottom. And I'm like, fucking Kitty? I love Kitty.
Wait, the metal band?
Yeah.
Kitty?
I think
Yeah.
Poppy's on it too.
Poppy's on it, but Poppy has a new logo. So like that threw me off. I didn't realize.
Extremely hard to read. It's like
it's like a brand new logo.
That?
I don't know. I feel
Wait,
like
the way
there's
that they structured the way that they structured that graphic lineup, I was like, oh, all the smaller bands are at the bottom like usual, but then like Jaden is like somewhere all the way like near the top, and I'm like, this kid couldn't even sell out most of his tour in most.
This is Lizzie being mad that Hawthorne Heights is in the lower left-hand corner.
I am upset that Hawthorne Heights is at the lower level.
Mom Jeans is
Mom
tight.
Jeans is like right next to like the headliners.
Yeah.
We played with Mom Jeans at a frat party in Austin.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
In
It was
Mississippi.
Mm.
Really?
Like there wasn't any
Yeah.
rhyme or reason to that.
No, I know. I mean, it's kind of like they were like, oh, all these bands are getting added, but we already put these in, so we'll just make them down here. The longer you took to confirm that you were playing, the smaller your.
What if that was like written into like the initial contract? Just like whoever submits us first gets first dibs on where you go on this list.
Somebody else also pointed out that how many of these bands are going to end up being on Riot Fest?
Yeah.
Among
we also
earlier,
were talking about that too.
Yeah.
Which being an
because a lot of them are touring.
Likes to go to bed early. Riot Fest.
Well,
Hell yeah.
We could literally like carpool down and stay with one of y'all and just like go to Riot Fest, right?
Yeah.
Right. We have sleeping bags.
Did you just invite yourself to stay with us?
Totally. Right there.
I'll bring
right
booze and cookies.
That desk there.
And cookies.
And
We've thought about doing like
outside.
Hell yeah.
I promise.
It's like,
Sleeping.
she's chewing again.
She's chewing. Why she had the midnight munchies?
We've thought about doing like an emo social mansion wherever we go if we like go somewhere, but then we're like emo social cabana at the fest. Like maybe we get a little cabana.
Also, the cabanas at the fest are like over $12,000, and I'm like, that is absurd.
I looked at them and then I was be able to afford this in my whole fucking life. Yeah.
Like there's some rich ass emo kids out there.
Oh, I mean, there has to be.
There are some emo kids out there with rich ass parents, I think is what you meant to say.
I think it's still that, and I think it's some of them who are crypto bros. So if you have to go to one, it's like mandatory. You have to hear them talk about Bitcoin, the metaverse, and like NFTs, and that's
I'm gonna start
it.
selling NFTs in my farts.
You just sell the farts. That literally is a thing.
Like
I'm referencing
that girl from 90 Day Fiance who was doing that, and then she like gave herself like a heart attack.
From 40?
Yeah, because she was like forcing herself to fart, and she was like, but she was only eating like bananas and like protein shakes and water. Like she wasn't eating anything else.
Can I just give
a recipe?
Can I just give the number of farts per week that she was?
Yes.
She was gifting, I guess. She was presenting.
If you're selling them, I don't think they're gifts.
No.
50 per week.
50 farts?
Oh, 50 farts a week. Oh my.
That's not even hard. Come on.
That's like my shit today. Like, come on.
Is this a scarcity thing? Like, I only fart 50 times a week. You're going to have to get in while they're hot.
You got
gentlemen.
Bottle it up and everything, though.
Like,
He's not selling queefs. Let's be real.
Yeah. That's like, it's low. Okay. All I'm saying is, like, if you've got a Taco Bell shirt, you're going to get more than 50 a week. All I'm saying.
Yeah, you got 50 in that 1 hour, and then you're good, girl.
I feel like you have to like really make them count. You're jarring those farts up. Like,
well, there's
you're
packaging
all the time.
too.
Garlic.
You gotta have some Brussels
so much
sprouts
garlic,
in there.
man. Yes,
If you're
Brussels
buying
sprouts.
it, you want that. And that's disgusting, but it's just like, it's just the marketplace, right?
To, like, you don't want to open the jar and it like goes, and then it's gone. Like you need like a.
Would you open the jar?
Kept going.
Yeah,
Did
like
you
you
open
order
the
it.
jar?
Like, how much money did she charge for it? Like, imagine she charged like what, $100+. Would you
I could be
open
so
that
rich
jar?
right now, y'all.
I would.
Look, there's
currency in the metaverse.
there is so much that goes in to selling anything, let alone a famous person's farts. Like
Was she
somebody,
famous, though? I've never heard of
she's
her.
from 90 Day Fiance, and she had a
was, like,
YouTube career before that.
Yeah, she was just
show.
like a big reality
Working
show star.
themselves.
She was like one of the only lesbian couples on there, and then she was basically like, yeah, but like I don't really kiss girls, and I'm like,
Yeah,
Isn't
she was
that-
like,
but so she's a lesbian and she's not capitalizing on queefs versus
she was
farts.
bi. She was bi.
Okay.
Seemingly for attention. Her lesbian girlfriend on the show was like, you don't seem like you're bi to me. Like you seem to be like just full of bullshit. Her girlfriend on the show, fantastic. Loved her. She was Australian.
Okay, so
beautiful.
I'm guessing the girl who sells the farts, she's a taker, not a giver, is what I'm hearing.
She's giving them farts, taking that money.
taking that money.
Taking the money.
I just
Man, some people, y'all.
What does
Yeah.
a fart go for? What does it cost?
He said $100.
whatever they'll pay.
Maybe like $100+. I have no idea, but I can't imagine she'd be like $500. It's not like if Megan Fox started pulling that type of stuff, I feel like she would definitely do something like very outrageously priced.
That's thousands.
But
Yeah.
I feel like Megan Fox is.
Who do you think would get the most money?
Ooh,
Mm.
Taylor
I
Swift.
like this.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
But that's
No, Swift?
that's a from a marketing
Instead of calling
standpoint.
themselves Swifties, they could call themselves Swafties.
God.
Wafties.
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 Wafties. Yes.
From a scarcity standpoint, it depends on who is most likely to sell their farts, and that person who is most likely can't charge as much. Taylor Swift strikes me as somebody who would not be that likely to sell their farts, but it seems like there's a lot of people who would want to buy them, which means
Yes.
It'd be like the Spice Malone.
I bet she'd sell her cat's farts, though.
Oh my
Mm.
How
God.
do you get a bottle of
Yeah, how do you know it's authentic? What if you went up to
How
his
do you know
dog
if it's
and just-
authentic?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
You just
dude,
crouch
you
behind
just
your
went over
cat
by
with a
his dog and
jar.
got the
It's
jar.
not that
Well,
hard.
It's-
Cat said they would smell like cinnamon apple.
Yeah.
If Taylor Swift farted, it'd smell like cinnamon apples.
Yeah.
No, she's a Yankee Candle for sure.
She's a whole Yankee Candle.
You want to smell Mike's
But which one? Like cotton candy or like
She's like an
that
autumn.
beach one?
She's
Pink
like an autumn
sand?
breeze.
Yeah.
She's cardigan, if you will.
Oh,
Got
God.
him. Got
The
him.
ripe
Like a
is-
sugared plum, something.
Yeah, they're bad. They're
Yeah.
like Katie farts.
Like a cranberry birch.
Sour.
A cranberry birch.
Oh God.
I only say that because I just bought a candle that's called Cranberry Woods, and that's what it smells like. And then I dropped it on my phone and broke my phone screen because I'm really.
Ooh.
Yeah, you'd have
real-
to have the holographic
I'm so-
sticker
so-
on the little candle jar.
Yeah, like a
Unbalanced as a person. But anyways, back to Taylor Swift's farts.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? In this hot commodity industry of farts, I want to say, like, I mean, who is the hottest person in the world right now? Like, who is like on top?
Hmm.
Betty White.
Yeah. Hers are rare now. She's not.
Well, hers are rare because she cannot manufacture anymore.
Gosh, come on.
The factory closed. Factory shut down.
I'm just kidding. Please support Betty White and donate money to the ASPCA and other animal shelters.
Betty White was a legend, y'all.
She was.
We're gonna end with it.
That's actually really authentic to us.
That is.
It's more about your personality and what's going on in the world, and just like showcasing y'all.
Our personality is farts.
I like that you say y'all. It really.
It's universal. My parents got weird about it when I moved back from Texas.
It is universal.
And I was like, I say y'all instead of you guys. And I was like, you guys is kind of exclusive. Y'all is inclusive to everybody. We
were doing a movie night in Discord. And then all of a sudden, it was on Netflix. And then all of a sudden, the ad for the new Queer Eye season came up. And it was a song that was like, y'all means all. And I was like, all right, I'm into it.
That would be exactly the point of y'all.
Yeah. It's like y'all means all.
I get shit talked all day for saying y'all.
Really?
Yeah.
Welcome.
That's because you're in Wisconsin.
It's one less syllable.
Exactly.
Also, when I was like working like front of house at a restaurant and I was like, hey y'all, thanks for coming in. Like everybody was so much nicer to me because they were like, oh, you sweet summer child.
You little
sweet summer child.
You little soda bell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was like, just kidding. I grew up like 20 minutes from here. But please
it's about inclusiveness.
Change a person.
It really can.
So what made you guys move from Austin to Milwaukee?
Here we
go. It was the weather.
Here
it was obviously the weather of Milwaukee,
Yeah.
Obviously, the beautiful -5 degrees we're supposed to have tomorrow.
Wonderful summers.
No, I grew up here. I actually moved to Austin against my will. Not like I was kidnapped. I followed a boy there.
It's the worst.
And then I found a new boy. I was kind of kidnapped, yes.
And then he followed you back?
Kind of. I mean, I brought him up here for like New Year's and he snowmobiled around the yard with my dad. And I think that was when I knew.
It was tight.
I just like, I didn't really ever want to move outside of Wisconsin. I just did. But Austin was great. It really helped me spread my wings as a musician and all that fun stuff. And then, after doing that for a while, I was like, hey, it's great. Fall.
Seasons.
And lakes. I love water. We live like we live like a few blocks from Lake Michigan. So it's great. But yeah, we moved up here to kind of take a break from everything and like find ourselves again as people and as a married couple and all that good stuff. And then after a few months, COVID happened, and then we were like, oh shit, we were gonna take a break. We didn't mean the whole world should just fall apart.
Yeah.
And then we ended up meeting up with we went to Austin because his sister got married in San Antonio, and we stopped back up in Austin to hang out with some friends, and we had a little jam session, and we were like, oh man, our friends are talented and we miss doing this, and like, it is time. So we put out a little ad on Facebook, found this guy here, and he turns out he's actually married to one of my childhood friends. I think that we grew up together. And then somebody brought in this guy here. And so within like a few weeks, we had a band built.
Dude, they made me move from Chicago.
Nobody made you. You were living in Sandburg. Don't even try.
In the good way. I was up here for New Year's to party with my brother. And the very next day, or actually New Year's Eve, I got a text from a friend saying like, hey, this band's looking for a bass player. You want to come up? And I was like, yes, I'll check it out. So New Year's Day, 2021, I met Zach and Mike, and we jammed. And then like, I don't want to leave Milwaukee now.
I like Mike's story better.
Yeah.
Well, what was Mike's
So
story?
did I. No, I'm just kidding.
What was yours?
The whole online thing. But I mean, as soon as we jammed right away, it was like, okay, this is it. It like clicked immediately.
That's not how it happens.
With every member. What do you mean, dude?
You sent us a message and you were like,
a text and said, yo, I'm your fucking brother.
Yeah.
Quit looking.
I love the
And I was
confidence.
I just told him straight. Well,
guy.
I read the ad and I was like, dude, I'm your guy. I knew
like,
right
what the
away
fuck is this?
the style they were trying to go, everything. And we met up and it was right away. We clicked immediately, even with Ryan coming in. I've jammed with Ryan for many years back in the day, so I knew he was a phenomenal bassist. So, like, honestly, I'm not just saying this, but this is the first band I've been in where every single musician is very, very talented at what they do, and I think the results show, and we're dropping. So.
That's really sweet, Michael. We should let you talk more.
Every time you say something, it's very nice.
Mike's like the nicest dude ever. Like, he's so humble, other than that one text message.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we should frame that.
That's pretty good.
It's great. No, I love that.
Oh, do you still have
that message?
Yeah, he's like, I'm your fucking guy. Stop looking. You know, it's like, oh, okay.
He knew what he wanted, and he got it.
That's true. Honestly, once we tried him out, and like we were like, wow, he is.
That's what the girls call manifesting, who like the crystals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Depop.
Yeah.
If a man does it, it's called manifesting.
Hey, wait, let's go back to the fonts again about girl fonts. I like that.
Oh, no, right.
Okay, but like there are fonts that are more feminine and there are fonts that are more masculine.
Oh, God.
Favorite font, Helvetica.
Dude, Helvetica goes. Helvetica is the standby. There's a reason why it's on everything.
I kind of like Calibri.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
I'm lazy.
All right.
That's the default.
Can I do Roman, dude? What?
Ew, I hate those.
What are you writing on paper?
Yeah.
Wingdings over here.
Wingdings.
Just so I can offend somebody. I saw
Comic Sans. Nobody likes Comic Sans.
That's what it was.
Unless you like Family Circus.
So I found out from somebody's email that had Comic Sans in it that Comic Sans is a typeface that is made for dyslexia because it's easier for dyslexic people to read. And I was like,
it's so round.
Fuck.
Do you love Comic Sans?
Assholes.
I'm such a fucking asshole. I saw a restaurant that had papyrus written on it. And I was like, dude, fuck this restaurant. Fuck this restaurant. The hardest.
At least they have 2 letters in their name. That's the only time it's allowed. And they're both capitalized.
Fuck papyrus.
Ooh, yes. Bebas. That's a good one too. Dugan. All right.
Bebas. This is a lot of graphic designer talk. We have somehow gotten to an hour and I'm like, that's when you know the conversation's good is because we just like can talk for so long
without realizing
that's what I keep telling our publicists, like, just let us talk. Like, we don't even need to play music. Like, let's just talk. Like,
for shows
so
or for pods.
You know what? Gold Steps, no more. We're just gonna talk.
Gold Steps podcast
Put us on
only
for 45
opening.
minutes, an hour.
Yeah,
that's what we'll do on stage. We'll just put headphones on and just.
Yeah, and if you like it, you're going to come to every single show from now on. it's like locking in that core group of fans. It's
like therapy, but I'm the one talking.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
It's like therapy, but you're not getting any. You're just I'm getting all of it. You're getting none of it. We're going to continue talking over on Twitch because we're having a good time. But before we do that, I want to give you a chance to shout out where people can find you on the internet, where people can listen to the new single that was put out. And also, because we didn't get to talk about it, where people can buy your new merch because it looks fucking awesome. So you got to check out the merch because it's great. So we'll plug all of it and advertise all of it.
All right. So you can find us at Gold Steps MKE. That's M as in Mike, not Nike. Gold Steps MKE on Twitter, which we're very not active on, so don't go there actually. Instagram, Facebook, because they're linked. And TikTok. We have TikTok. We're not good at it. We're so not good at it. I don't get it. I'm trying really hard.
Oh, wait, we're trying.
So yeah, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, at Gold Steps MKE. If you're looking to listen to us on Spotify, just look up Gold Steps and pick the one that is not Neck Deep song. Hey, our new single is called Stay the Same. It is on Spotify. We also have lots of old music, including our oldest EP that's more easy core or whatever if you like breakdowns and chickadee chugs. But yeah, and then we also available at goldsteps.bigcartel.com. And we're also on the internet on our own website, www.goldstepsmke.com.
Yeah, you can actually access all of our shit right from that one website.
On that website.
Hell yeah.
Yes, all of it, because we have an all-inclusive website.
Your website is all inclusive.
I feel pretty proud because we all made that shit look professional.
Is that we
all, you mean you?
There's no Comic Sans.
Brian did all this.
Yeah.
No Comic Sans in sight.
I am not a graphic designer. Do you get
It can be your passion.
Our dog modeled our beanies, and so like you should probably at least just go look at the pictures of her because she's like fucking adorable.
Yeah, that was cute.
If you just need some pure serotonin, just go there.
Yeah, smiling dog wearing a beanie. Beautiful.
She was such a good model. She's gonna be famous.
She hated it. She really did.
She's not big on like things
I
like
had
left
treats,
on her
so
head.
it was like trying to cuddle her, like put the beanie and then I'd run away.
Like if we made Gold Steps like vests, like dog vests, she'd be all about that because she loves to be like hugged and stuff. But like things on her head, not so much.
It's hard with the ears. It's like, how do I get this to stay on their head because it's got the ears coming through?
Yeah, I mean, our head's kind of flat.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just
these dogs are such flatheads.
They put like little air pillows in it to make it stand up.
Yeah, okay.
But anyways, that's where you can find all of our stuff. Nick Thompson of Thief Club / Hit the Lights features on our new song, and he is excellent in his own right, so check his stuff out as well. But yeah, I guess we're gonna move over to Twitch and chitty bang bang chat.
Chittily chat. Yeah. Yeah.
That whole thing.
I was about to say literally the last word you said, and then I was like, nope, don't say that.
We're gonna bang on Twitch.
Yeah, we're gonna go bang over on Twitch. Yeah, so we'll continue the conversation over on Twitch with everybody hanging out over there. But in the meantime, go and check out everything from Gold Steps. Let's just get 1 million views on the new video. Stay the same. Let's get 1 million streams on it. Million, whatever it is, 1 million divided evenly amongst both the video and the song.
And then we'll all take shots of Malort.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Malord on stream. Nope. Anyway.
Now.
Gold Steps, Liz, Zach, Ryan, Mike, thank you for hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.